Deep Rock Galactic has many overclocks with different types and unique buffs. There are clean overclocks to give a small boost to your weapon stats with no drawbacks. Balanced overclocks give your weapon a bigger boost without a penalty. Then there's unstable overclocks that change your weapon drastically with bigger drawbacks, and some even change how the gun works entirely. That's where the topic of this video comes in. The one, the only. The Fat Boy. Widely regarded as the holy grail of all overclocks, this overclock is a pretty big drawback that reduces the amount of ammo you can carry, the velocity of the bullets, and the range of the shot. However, the benefits are so worth it. It basically allows engineers' grenade launcher to shoot mini nuclear warheads to do a crap ton of damage and leave behind a radioactive field. However, it hurts teammates as well as yourself. This beautiful piece of DRG engineering is incredibly good at clearing out large groups of enemies, and if it doesn't one-shot the bug, the radiation field will wipe it out, if not damage it a lot. Only issue is that if you're too close, you'll definitely end up nuking yourself depending on how close you are. Also, since you don't have a lot of ammo, you'll need a primary that has plenty of bullets in case you run out of nukes, because if you're not careful, you can easily run out of ammo completely. To bring the point home about how much frickin' damage this thing really does, Driller's Pocket Nuke does 375 explosive area damage without upgrades, which is still a crap ton. However, Engineer's Grenade Launcher does 110 explosive area damage, which seems very bad in comparison. However, once the Fat Boy comes into play, it boosts its damage by a lot. By a lot, I mean 4 times more damage. So by doing some quick maths, 110 times 4 equals 440. 4 upgrades. If that isn't enough to solidify this thing's place as the holy grail, then I don't know what will. Before we go on, I want to talk to you about how area damage works in Deep Rock Galactic. So, inside the radius is the maximum damage zone, which does, well, maximum damage. And that damage is a number that the game tells you. For example, Driller's Nuke does 375 damage in the maximum range. Then, as you get farther out of range, it will deal less and less damage. Then, there's the minimum damage zone, which is the edge of the radius. Enemies here will receive a minimum damage. Like with a grenade launcher, they will receive 50% less damage. Anything outside will not be touched. But with upgrades, you can increase the range of the middle zone, which is very good for the Fat Boy, but very bad for the Glyphid right here. Speaking of upgrades, let's go over some of the ones I use. In my first and second slots, I use the third and second mods, increasing my damage to 20 for each, 80 with the 4 times buff. Then, for the third slot, I use the second mod, which gives it armor piercing damage. 500% more to be exact, allowing it to shred through any kind of armor. For my fourth slot, I use the first mod, but you can switch it out for the second mod for more area of effect if you want to. I use this one because of the potential it has. What it does is when you shoot, it has a chance to either do 20% less damage or 40% more, and anything in between. And even if you do land on the least amount of damage, which is 80%, with my other buffs, you'll still be doing 480 area damage. However, if you get 140%, you'll be doing, oh, I don't know, 840 damage. And we're not even done yet. For the fifth and final upgrade, I went with the second mod, which increases damage by direct hits by 60. This makes it so if you do the least possible damage, if you get a direct hit, it'll do 540 damage instead of 480. But this also means that if you did the most damage possible with this mod, hit a bug directly, you do, drumroll please, 900 damage! And with the increased armor damage, no bug is truly safe while you still have ammo. Just to show you how much damage that actually is, a Has 5 Praetorian, if you have a team with you, the bugs are weaker if you're alone, has about 900 HP, meaning that you can one-shot a Praetorian if you're lucky enough. And you'll need to be very lucky, because to get 140% more damage, that's a 1 in 60 chance, which is about 1.7%. Which is why the second mod is an option if you want something more consistent. Also, if you're okay with doing less damage, you can switch out one or both of the damage mods to increase your ammo capacity. Because with the overclock, you only have 3 bullets. Or you can change any of the other upgrades to one that you prefer. That's the beauty of this game. It's all up to you. But for me, I'm gonna stick with this original build because of the potential, the beautiful, beautiful potential. When it comes to the primaries to go with it, it's completely up to you. Just make sure to bring a lot of spare ammo. You'll need it after you run out of mini nukes. However, if you're not sure what to use, I recommend the LOK-1 Smart Rifle, because that way you can shoot long range and short range without wasting any Fat Boy shots. After watching all of that, I bet you're thinking, how do I get it? Well, same way you get every other overclock. The main ways are deep dives, which are 3 missions in a row, and each one is 2 missions fused together. Then there's elite deep dives, which is just the harder version of deep dives, and the weekly core hunt. It gives you 1 blank matrix core, a cosmetic matrix core, which will give you a cosmetic, and 1 weapon matrix core. This is the one you want. With a blank matrix core, you can complete events that will happen randomly in missions. Then, insert your core into the box and a window will pop up. There will be 3 options. There will be character icons on them, which means if you choose that option, the core will be for that character. And there will either be a shiny hat or a gun with a hammer. If you choose the hat, you get a cosmetic core for that character that shows. Choose the gun, and you get a weapon core. Again, for the character it chose. If you want to get the Fat Boy, you'll be looking for the engineer's icon with the gun and hammer. However, it's not guaranteed that you'll get it. Once you get the Fat Boy, or any other overclock that you want, you can head over to the Forge to build it. However, to access the Forge, and Deep Divers for that matter, you'll need at least 1 promoted character. Once it's made, you can pop it onto your gun, but you will need to upgrade in every slot of your gun to be able to put the overclock on it. Now that you know the build, here's some tips for how to use it. When using it on groups of enemies, don't waste it on small groups of them. Wait until there's a large group of bugs to make the most out of every shot. You can also use it on the caretaker fight to do a lot of damage to the corners. Just make sure to hit close to the top of it. It doesn't do much damage to the eye, so don't waste your precious nukes on it. When fighting dreadnoughts, it does a lot of damage to the twins, but be careful for their healing ability. For the Glyphid dreadnought, it's better to break the shell quickly, but it still does pretty good damage to it. For the Hive Guard, I recommend saving your nukes for when all of the sentinels are dead. Then shoot it once. That'll deal a crap ton of damage with glowy bits, or destroy them, and it'll make it easier for you to open up its weak spot. Just be careful that your teammates aren't too close to the dreadnoughts when you shoot, or you'll most likely wipe them off the face of Hoxies. In missions where you need to defend something, if there's a specific doorway that the bugs are pouring through, you can use a nuke to destroy the bugs there, and the radiation will damage any more bugs to come through. Don't forget to do a little bit of trolling with your friends as well. It'll be fun, I promise. 10 out of 10, would definitely recommend. Hey Christian.
Yeah.
Now that you know the build, and what it does, here's some footage of me using it. But before I go any further, I would love it if you would like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out, and it means the world to small creators like me. Thank you guys for all the support so far as well. As always, if you have any tips or suggestions, be sure to leave it down in the comments. I'm always looking for ways to improve and grow. With that out of the way, enjoy the rest of the video.
Oh shit, here we go again.
The fuck? Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys! Shut up! Now that's a lot of damage!
Let's do this.
Don't fucking run away from me! Run away! Run away! Mr. Squidward! I should kick your fucking ass! Tactical nuke incoming!
Holy Jesus.
Another one.
Okay.
Yo, what's up, man?
Peekaboo!
Come on now, dog.
Lost one. Tactical nuke!